Like, I can't get over how simple this way is for trading with the trend properly. So like, you just choose like a swing point. So say this was what I was looking at this day. I'm like, okay, this is where price has stopped and it starts to pull back. So my first thing is to be like, where did this high come from? So it came from this low originally. It broke out a little bit lower, but this isn't really that important because the next low is all the way down here. So you'd mark out this zone. Again, just covering the wicks. And we broke out, but we might not have got an entry at this point because this probably already happened in hindsight. So like say, we're seeing, okay, this is the high. Where did the high come from? It came from down here. So then we're just waiting for a break. So that's the indication. That's where all the breakout traders get involved, get excited, but they don't know how far price is going to go, and eventually get stopped out. So like, it came up here and then it started coming down. Even when it broke out here, it came down here, so they might have got stopped out. So if we've missed an entry, if no pullback came to this zone during New York session, we're marking out the high of this move, which is here, and then the low. So basically it just found new support, which means market structure is still valid for buyers. We've got a higher low here because it's higher than that, which you know. So then all we're doing is just waiting for another break to see a potential entry. So now it breaks above. Now all we've got to do is just wait for price to do its thing, because this indication can take as long as it wants. Comes back to this zone, doesn't break this, which is what we were tracking, and it definitely didn't break this or this, so we're still bullish until proven otherwise. So that was my trade yesterday in New York session, and if I wrote it all up, it was like 200, 300 points or whatever it was. But then the same thing happened. I'm tracking new highs and lows, so we've got a high here, support here. This was during Thanksgiving, so now we have an indication here to the upside, so we just wait for it to pull back. But this isn't the key thing that pushed us up, because this high was made from this low. This is just general consolidation, so I'm not bothered that it breaks, because again, this zone held up, which is now resistance turned support, and this is where that high was made from this low. So as long as this doesn't get broken to the downside, we're still potentially bullish. So then we just watch again. Breaks above, goes back down. I took my entry here. But this indication, you could have taken the trade here later on if you didn't take it from here. And now, say we didn't use any of this information, we just see, okay, this was the consolidation. And even here was like support. This broke out. What's it done? It's come back down. The high was made here. So all we're doing is waiting for the pullback and the correction, and then take the entry back above where price broke out of in the first place. I usually do 50 points for stop loss and go for 2R. So if I was looking today for a trade, like today during London, we just rocketed. And the take profit is always at resistance, because right now we're struggling to break past this, where price broke this support massively. So anything below here is potentially bullish if we're in a downtrend. And so far, like, price is struggling to break these highs. I don't care about the wicks, it's the bodies that tell the story. So for New York session today, I'm not looking for any buys until this zone gets broken back above. Then for it to retrace, it can retrace all the way back down here and take the same entry, or it can break up, come back here, and then take my entry in this area. Then if I break it down on the smaller time frame, trading Riley's method, I have this awesome indicator that's most of the time accurate if you're just trading with the direction. So if I miss the entry from the zone, which again, look how much drawdown you've got. I'm just looking for indication. The indicator called a trade here, so stop loss is still valid. I'd like to put it under the zone. Ideally you want it under like a swing low. And then this trade played out with very little drawdown. I'm ignoring all of these sell signals because it's against the trend. There's no reason for sells.